Mario Kart Wii is one of the best-selling games of all time. If you're watching this video, chances are you've played it before at least once. Despite the huge popularity and sales of the game, some very obscure and pretty much useless facts still remain about its tracks that are actually quite fascinating. In this video, I'll share an obscure fact from each Mario Kart Wii track. They'll go by fairly quickly, as there are a lot of tracks in this game. But without wasting any more time, let's get into this. We'll begin with the first track in the game, Luigi Circuit. People have found the layout of this track to be surprisingly similar to the Monza circuit in Italy. This is the circuit that hosts the Formula 1 Italian Grand Prix, which is an event that is even popular outside the country. It has been questioned whether this was intentional or not, but I believe it was just a coincidence. Next up is Moo Moo Meadows, which has appeared in more games than you may think. Besides Mario Kart Wii and 8, the track has also been the setting of the Dream Equestrian event in Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympics. The objective of this game is to make it to the end of the course as fast as possible while carrying 7 Yoshi eggs. You can also tilt and shake the Wii remote to avoid obstacles and speed up. It seems like a pretty fun game to me. The mushrooms inside of Mushroom Gorge have an interesting name that actually isn't mentioned much. They are called trampoline mushrooms, for their bouncy attributes when landing on them. However, the green mushrooms keep this name, even though they aren't actually bouncy. This is pretty strange to me. The final track in the Mushroom Cup is Toad's Factory. The music here plays very strangely, as it restarts when you exit the factory. Additionally, the first few seconds of the song don't play when you start the race. This means that this is the only track in Mario Kart's history where you can only listen to the entire piece by staying in one spot for a long time. Starting the Flower Cup with Mario Circuit, this is the location of the award ceremony at the end of each cup. I know this is a pretty obvious fact, but I wasn't able to find much on this track. Let me know if you have a better one in the comments. One of the most interesting tracks in the game is Coconut Mall, and there are definitely a lot of fun facts about this one. The mall is filled to the brim with various signs and advertisements, with some showcasing the food you can buy to eat. These include red and green mushrooms, fire flowers, bananas, and superstars. I wonder what they taste like. After that, we have another fan favorite, being DK Summit. This track may hide more than you think, even though what it does hide is not really that important. If you take a camera underneath the two S-curves, you would find 3 item boxes just sitting in the middle of nowhere. Perhaps the developer left them there and forgot about it. To end off the Flower Cup, we have Wario's Gold Mine. This track was recreated in Mario Kart 8 as DLC, and more has changed in the game than at first glance. In the original, the Wario banners used his artwork from Super Mario 64 DS. However, the remake actually used his artwork from Mario Party 8. The first track in the Star Cup is Daisy Circuit, which is a very underrated one in my opinion. There have been many rumors about this track being set in Sarasland, specifically the Muda Kingdom. In case you didn't know, Sarasland is the setting of Super Mario Land. The hills above the tunnel look very similar to those in Super Mario Land, and the seaside resort theme does fit in well. Next is Koopa Cape, another one that is nearly universally loved. A humanly possible ultra shortcut was recently found on this track by a group of talented task speedrunners. Only a few days later, speedrunner Justin managed to pull this off in an actual game. It's really impressive how Mario Kart Wii is still hiding ultra shortcuts over 13 years after its launch. Maple Treeway is up now, and the fact that I have here honestly blew me away when I first heard of it. This track has the same melody as Bowser's Castle from the same game. If you need proof, let's listen to Bowser's Castle at 2 times speed, then Maple Treeway. Next, let's take a look at Grumble Volcano, which is the only racing track in the entire series that features lava yet is not named after Bowser. I did have to specify a racing track, as the battle track Big Donut also features some lava. You could also say Lakeside Park would count because of the lava in the background, but that's stretching it a bit if you ask me. We're now on my favorite track in the game, which is Dry Dry Ruins. This course has a strange invisible cactus before the ruins area. Although it doesn't have a texture, you can still get hit by it and spin out. This is another developing mistake, but it's a fairly noticeable one. One of the most difficult tracks in the game is Moonview Highway, and this track has many secrets hidden in its posters. One I found interesting was titled The Mushroom Moon, which is a reference to the King Kong movie poster. I do have to question why Petey Piranha took the role of King Kong instead of Donkey Kong. Seems like a pretty strange decision to me. The second last Nitro track in this game is Bowser's Castle. I honestly couldn't find much about this track, so I'll just be lazy and restate the thing I said about Maple Treeway's music, as they both coincide. We're now at the iconic Rainbow Road, which is also the longest Nitro track in the game. Since it has yet to receive an ultra shortcut that can be done easily on each lap, the current world record sits at a total of 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Only one track in the game is longer, which is N64 Bowser's Castle at 2 minutes and 20 seconds. The first retro track in this game is GCN Peach Peach, which actually has some interesting backstory. According to the Mario Kart Wii Prima Guide, after Toad received permission to race from Toadsworth, he practiced on Peach Beach. I honestly didn't know Mario Kart Wii had any lore, but it's pretty cool to see. DS Yoshi Falls is up, and this track had the first world record in the game that lasted over 1,000 days. This 59-second time was set by Omega on March 20th, 2010, and it was beaten almost 3 years later. Currently, players have managed to shave the world record down to a 58.648. Next is SNES Ghost Valley 2, and this fact is another music-related one. The theme of these tracks is a sped-up version of the ghost houses in Super Mario World. This melody is further remixed in N64 Banshee Boardwalk, GBA Boo Lake, and GBA Broken Pier. The final track in the Shell Cup is N64 Mario Raceway, which is the only Mario-themed course to not be a Mario circuit. However, this was not the case in Japan, as N64 Mario Raceway was just called Mario Circuit. Strange how they didn't keep the same name in both regions. Sticking with N64 tracks, Sherbertland is home to a pretty iconic penguin island in the middle of the course. It is possible to reach this with a bullet bill, but Lakitu would take you back once you land. Furthermore, this penguin is affected by POW blocks and lightning, as it will spin out and shrink just like the racers. Next up is GBA Shy Guy Beach, whose theme was sampled from the 1959 film A Summer Place. Unfortunately, I cannot play the song as it's copyrighted, but you could always take a listen yourself. I can definitely hear the similarities. Among the best Mario Kart Wii retros, in my opinion, is DS Delfino Square. The entire track is set in Isle Delfino, which originated from Super Mario Sunshine. However, there are 2 other tracks in the game which take place in the same location. These are GCN Peach Beach and the battle track Delfino Pier. Another extremely fun retro is GCN Waluigi Stadium, which isn't the only track of this name in the series. The overlooked arcade entry named Mario Kart Arcade GP2 has its rendition of Waluigi Stadium in its Waluigi Cup. Let's just hope we get a Waluigi Cup for Mario Kart 9. The first track in the Leaf Cup is DS Desert Hills, which has recently welcomed a new Ultra shortcut. About a week ago from the time this video comes out, Tasser Charlie and many others discovered a glitch where the shooting star vehicle could perform an out-of-bounds bounce, which lets you bypass a large portion of the track. I highly recommend checking the video out yourself. We're moving on to GBA Bowser Castle 3, which has the most item boxes in the entire game. There really isn't much else to say, so let's just move on. N64 DK's Jungle Parkway is up, and you've probably seen this iconic boat while racing. The word Mario is written on it, which kind of contradicts the entire theme of the track, being Donkey Kong. It's hard to understand why they chose to do this. Ending the Leaf Cup is GCN Mario Circuit, which wasn't originally planned to appear in Mario Kart Wii. Instead, it was going to be a retro in Mario Kart DS. The most likely reasons why it was removed is that it was too similar to the new Mario Circuit in the game, and that if it was added, all 3 Double Dash Circuit tracks would be a retro, which may be a bit overwhelming. Starting off the final cup is SNES Mario Circuit 3, and this track has one of the most iconic themes in the entire series. It has been used in numerous games, some being a lot more obscure than others. The Japan-exclusive arcade game, Super Mario Kart Doki Doki Race, had a sped-up version of this theme while racing. This entire game is basically an obscure fact, but the gameplay honestly looks very interesting. I kinda wish we got this in other parts of the world. Next is DS Peach Gardens, which is the only track with a song in 3/4 time. If you don't know what 3/4 time is, it's a piece with 3 beats in a measure or bar. It is also one of 2 tracks in the entire series with a theme that is not in 4/4 or common time, with the other being Mario Kart 8's Wild Woods. Nearing the end of the video, we have GCN DK Mountain. During the recreation of the track for Mario Kart Wii, the developers decided to change the Donkey Cannon sign to be called DK Cannon. Even though this might appear pointless at first, it was changed to have the same name as the sign in DK Summit. The final track in this video is N64 Bowser's Castle. Mario Kart Wii modder GU has created a custom track called Alternative N64 Bowser's Castle, which takes you through some previously unseen parts of the course. It is an amazing track, and I'd recommend checking it out yourself. Also, as stated earlier, this track has the longest world record in the game. It is currently at 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And just like that, we reached the end of the video. I hope you learned something new about Mario Kart Wii, because I sure did. This video took a lot of time to make, so if you enjoyed it, then you can always drop a like. Thank you all for watching, and see you in the next one.